I know. All right, good morning, everybody. I'm here with a common raven, Cash. This is Cash. Common ravens are one of the largest species of corvid in the world, and corvids, of course, are known or famous for being pretty smart birds. So working with them is a lot of fun. We can teach them lots of behaviors, and we do. So some of the behaviors that we teach our corvids are things that we use in our bird shows to help us demonstrate natural behaviors of these birds. Some of the behaviors that we'll teach them are things to help us take care of them. So husbandry behaviors like voluntary taking medication from a syringe or having their nails trimmed. And some behaviors we teach them just for fun. So one of the things that we teach our corvids is a behavior called retrieve and drop. And with that simple behavior, we can build on that and teach them lots of different behaviors that have that foundation. So Cash here is going to demonstrate. She doesn't sit still very well, so this is a long time for her to sit still. But she's going to demonstrate 5 different behaviors, all based on retrieve and drop. And we'll talk a little bit about how we use those behaviors with us. Here we are with behavior number 1 of take an object and put it into something. So the first step of teaching this behavior is to teach the bird to take an object and put it in a specific place. She's so impatient. She knows what she's doing. So we teach this behavior, which is cashiers on our donation box. She's where she'll take dollar bills and deposit them. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. When we first train the behavior, we'll do what I'm doing right now, which is we reward or reinforce every repetition of the behavior. Once the bird knows what it is that they're supposed to be doing, and you can see she clearly knows what she's supposed to be doing, we can ask her to do more at a time and intermittently reinforce that, kind of like playing slot machines. So every once in a while it pays out and you're never really sure when it's going to happen. You can get a lot of those repetitions of the behavior before paying out. She's doing a really good job with it. We have a lot of birds that we've trained to do this donation box routine. It's a really good way for us to raise money for conservation. We'll do it at the end of all of our shows, have a bird out on the donation box. People will line up to give them dollar bills, so we can raise a lot of money for conservation that way. And the birds love doing it. As you can see, Cash will sit here and do this all day. She also she'll do it from a distance as well. So she will retrieve and take and drop that dollar bill in there. Nice reward for doing it. Want to do one more? There she goes. All right. And so that's the first behavior that we can train using that simple retrieve and drop. All right. So on to behavior number 2 that we can train using that same take an object, put it into another object. She's raring to go. So what I have here is a nut in this case. I'm going to put it into her cash log. Nice job. So it's the exact same thing as that dollar bill that we just looked at, just a different item and a different receptacle that she can put it into. And we can ask her to do this during a show, and then we can use that demonstration, beautiful demonstration by her, of this natural behavior of corvids of caching their food for later to interpret the natural behaviors of these birds. And she did a lovely job demoing nut caching, retrieve and drop. Ready? All right. Okay, so here we are with a third behavior that Cash has learned involving that take an object, put it in an object. The object we have this time is a recyclable bottle, and the receptacle is her bin. So there she goes. Nice job. She knows what she's doing there. And this is a behavior that we can have. Good job, Cash. This is a behavior that we can have in our shows, or we do use in our shows. Kind of a fun way to demonstrate that just like corvids, like ravens here, will cache and save their resources for later. We too can do the same. So we joke that we can cache our trash, and Cash here is showing you how that's done very nicely. A fun way for us to have the behavior in the show and interpret for people how they can reduce, reuse, recycle. Go get those. Nice job, well done. So here I threw 2, and the expectation of her is that she cleans up all of the trash before she gets her little payout right there. So now I'm going to try 3 things and see how this goes. We'll see if we can get her to clean up for us. Good job, she's doing an awesome job. But you can see, if you look at it at its most simplistic level, it's that same behavior as the dollar bill and as the nut, where she's just taking an object, whatever that object is that we've decided on, in this case recyclable items, and putting it into a receptacle. Looks like a completely novel, are you ready to go? You're enjoying this now? Looks like a completely novel behavior, but in actual fact, just the same thing. There she goes, one more. Well done. Good job, little lady. Excellent. Catch, another example of retrieve and drop. This time we've made it a little more challenging with us for her. So all the behaviors that you saw before, whether it's the dollar bill, or the nut cashing, or the recycling, taking an item and putting it into a receptacle that's much larger. But in the case of these cups right here, she's stacking concentric cups into the same size. So it actually took a little bit more skill for her to manipulate the cups and make sure they stack up. She loves doing this. She'll do it endlessly, and she stacks a tower that's higher than her head. It's pretty cute and fun to watch. So this is a behavior that we don't use in our shows. Good job. But we taught her just for fun. So a lot of the times with our corvids, our smart, active birds, active in body and mind, we'll teach them behaviors that really have no major purpose. Here you go, Cash. Cashy. Let's go. Good job. That really don't have a big purpose, like they're going to be in a show or anything like that. They're just something that we teach them for fun, something that they can do, learn a new behavior. These guys like learning. And there she goes with her tower o' cups. Well done, Cash. You did an excellent job. Yes, you did. Okay, here we are with Cash. I think we're on behavior number 5 of take an object, put it into something, or retrieve and drop. This was a fun behavior that I taught Cash. It took her a while to learn. So just like the cup stacking that she had to master, putting the cups inside a cup that was another side. Boy, mastering getting these little Connect 4 pieces into this tiny slot took her some practice and a little bit of temper tantrums on occasion when she was learning this. But now she really loves doing it. She'll fill the whole board. And this behavior, we actually did end up using. We do a program here at the aviary called COVID Backstage Pass, where guests can come and meet our corvids up personal, really informal program. They get to meet the birds close, take pictures with them, have fun with them, see how smart these birds are and all of their incredible adaptations. And then with Cash at the end of the program, they get to play Connect 4 with a raven, which is really pretty fun and cool. If you've never played Connect 4 with a raven, you are missing out. But she is single-minded when she gets on her work like this. Although I can see she's getting a little bit full. I don't know if you could see on the camera, but Raven's actually, she's dropping her food now. She's storing her food in her throat. So if you look underneath her there, come on, back up, good girl. They will carry their food in their throat, and that's how they cache it. So right when we started this, we demonstrated, oh, where's it going? Good job. We demonstrated that nut caching behavior of how crows and ravens, I think she's going to cache some of our food now. You want to cache some food? How crows and ravens will take food and hide it in spots and come back for it later. It's really intuitive behavior that they do, saving their resources for when times are tough. And so Cash actually loves playing these games and doing these activities so much. What she did just there was take the throat full of food that she'd been saving, because she's getting full now after all these behaviors, and she went and cached it over there in that stump so that she can come back and continue to play Connect 4 and collect more resources for later, which I think is pretty fun to see. So not only did you see her demonstrate the behavior we taught her to show off how corvids will cache their food, now you got to see it for reals, because she cached it in our furniture here, and then we have to go make sure we find it later. Ravens, like Cash, can remember up to 100 different cache spots. One more, girlfriend. We don't necessarily always remember where she hid her food. Excellent job, my love. Excellent job. Good job. Good job. All right, so at the beginning in the intro, I said we were going to have Cash demonstrate 5 different behaviors that feature taking an object, putting it into another object, and then it dawned on me that her newest thing she's been working on and having fun with is painting. And the origination of that behavior is also taking an object and putting it into something. So the first step of training this behavior was teaching her to take, in this case, the object being a sponge. Can you get that sponge? And put it into a cup. Just like that. Well done. So that's the very first step in teaching this behavior of painting. And then the next step is to take the sponge out of the cup. There it is. And put it back in. Well done. And then we're going to add some paint and slowly step it up. So whenever we teach behaviors like this, we shape the behavior, so we break it down into little steps for the birds, little easy steps, and we work them through it at their own pace, one at a time. So this is a painting that Cash started yesterday, using her signature color, of course, which is black, and she's gonna add a little bit of red now. There she goes, nice job. So as I said, we shape the behavior, breaking it down into little steps that's easy for them, heading towards that final goal behavior, which in this case is touching the sponge that she now knows how to use to the canvas. Good girl. Well done. So corvids like Cash are very smart, and they learn and work through the steps of these behaviors very quickly. So we shape at their speed. We go at the speed that they're comfortable learning, as quickly as they can or as slowly as they need, whatever works for the individual bird. Now, Cash here is a very interesting individual. So corvids in general, ravens in particular, are this incredible mix of insatiable curiosity and almost paralyzing neophobia, and Cash is the queen of that. So one of the reasons that I've taught her so many different behaviors using all these different props was to help her build a confidence and get over and get used to being around novel objects and using props. And as you can see, she's doing really, really great with that. It's helped her confidence to no end. Sometimes just having fun with them and things like this can be just what it takes to bring them out of their shell, just like Cash is. Yeah, well done. Well done. She's done about 10 of these paintings now. She's been having fun with her creative side, and when we open again, we'll have her paintings will be for sale in our gift shop. So lovely job by Cash here on her painting. Yeah. So this is Cash, our beautiful common raven, helping us out today with just a lovely job demonstrating all those behaviors that she learned using that base behavior of retrieve and drop, all the ways that we can augment our shows, enrich her mind, have fun with her, with that simple base behavior. Good job, girl. Yeah. That's right. Well done. Mm-hmm. Are you a good girl? Yeah.